welcome, my friend. Oh my goodness, I was watching the countdown. Oh, welcome to my craft room. If we've not met before, my name is Liz Gaze, and I'm so excited to be here for Coffee and Craft. Yay! Today we are going to make the most of our Golden Season collection. We're going to take it from the art journal page and create something else with it. We're going to create a Christmas ornament. So I'm going to flip the screen and actually, you know what? I'm going to flip the screen and say hello because we had it on the ornament. You've seen it already. There you go. I was playing with my lights. So there we go. I'm going to make sure I can see your comments. And we are going to have some crafty fun. So this is what we're going to make. Isn't this gorgeous? Throw me some hearts if you are loving this. So this is all with the Golden Season collection. I don't know about you, but I love to make the most of my stamps and my dies. And it's awesome to create a journal page. In fact, this would look gorgeous in a journal page as well. But we're going to create it as a hanging Christmas ornament today. So, yay. Hey, Elle, Sylvia, it's good to see you. So I've got my coffee. I don't know what you guys have got. It's morning in America. It's afternoon here in Europe. So, let's have some fun together. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous autumn day. So I have been really inspired and I wanted to keep this quite natural looking. I did think about glittering this up. And you absolutely can. But I've been really inspired. I don't know about you, but every morning I go for a walk. And 7:30, there I am out there pounding the streets, and I get to walk through the woodlands and things like that. And this really spoke to me. It did this collection. So what we're going to do, right, well, we're going to cut 4 of these. I've got them all twisted. There we go. We're going to cut 4 of this die. Yeah. And what we're going to do is we are going to layer 3 of them together so that we get something a bit more rigid. Okay. So I've glued those together already. And what we're going to do is we are going to colour the next piece. Now, I don't have my piece of paper ready. And there was me thinking I was all prepped and ready to go. But we're live and anything can happen when we're live. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Did I really start to sing that? Oh, well. Nah, the person who's got the voice is David. So, I know last year he gave us all a treat in Banff. And we heard his lovely voice singing. So I'm going to use Toffee Crunch. This is my favourite go-to one. And I am just going to colour. And I'm not going to be particular about it, yeah? Because twigs and branches are darker and lighter and they have blemishes and things. So I'm just going to colour these up. But what I do want to know, friend, is how's your day going? I know some of you just starting it. How's things? It's been a while since you and I got to chat. So, how's it? Have you been crafting? Have you been doing something fun? I know that we're all getting excited. We're all getting super excited because our Banff retreat's coming up this month and we're all getting very, very giddy, very excited. Well, I know I am. I can only speak for myself, can't I? Katie, you couldn't carry a tune if it was in a shopping bag. Friend, I bet you can. I love that saying. I'm going to pinch that, I think. So I am going to add some glue onto this bit here. Els, you're saying it's beautiful where you are and you're doing something for fun for sure. Yay. I don't know if you saw last night, Els did the live. Poor David, he didn't have any internet. So Els did a live instead. And if you missed that, make sure to catch the replay, because you know Els, she shares some amazing tips and ideas. So you really don't want to miss out with that one, especially if you are so in love with this Golden Season collection. Okay, so I have just glued that one on top. Now I'm going to come round it. Sylvia, of course you've been crafting. Sylvia, have you been making some mice? Oh my gosh. So I don't want to have all this white showing. So I'm just, again, roughly going round. I'm not going to get all of it. And I'm just going to colour the edges so that we don't have so much white. You could, if you wanted, use brown card and just layer them up. I personally love the inks. I love the way that they look. And I love inking as well. Yeah. Okay. David's internet's back. Yay. That's awesome. Yay. I don't know about you, but my goodness, when the internet goes down, the house just erupts. The kids go, Mom! And it's different. It's different. We get so used to these things, don't we? Okay, so I have just coloured that very roughly, just so it looks like twigs. Ooh, Sylvia, you're starting some more ATCs for Banff. Yay. I have not got so many ATCs for Banff, but I've got something extra special. So, yeah. Now, I know that the Banff retreat's all sold out, but if you are thinking about joining us one year, then make sure to keep a lookout early next year for when it goes on sale, because we have so much fun. We really do. Okay, so I've got some red ribbon and I'm going to put this on now because I want to be able to make sure it hangs right. Yeah, I don't want it wonky. Well, now I've said that, you know it's going to end up wonky, don't you? So I'm just going to thread some ribbon on there like so. Valerie, yay! It's sunny where you are. Awesome. See, I've got it caught up. This is the joys of being live, isn't it? Okay, where am I going, Liz? Through here. Yeah. There we go. So I am just threading that onto there, like so. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to stamp my image, and I am using the Santa stamp, and I'm using this one. Whoa, Sylvia, you're at 60 something. Good job, friend. Good job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a circle die. This is from one of the other die sets. It's from one of your sets, the one that makes the shakers. And I've cut a circle. Now, ideally, I'd want to cut two, because what I want to do is glue one on the back so I can write on it. That would be really nice. There we go. So then what I've done is I've stamped my image, and I've stamped it in Oh, there we go, stays on. So I stamped it in black stays on, yeah, because I used inks and a blender pen to colour. So I've coloured my image, and I have used Dry's White glue for his hat and his bobble, and added some glitter on. Okay, so I didn't do this bit when I made it. What I did was I added my flowers and my holly and things on, and then put my image in, and then I had to rearrange all my flowers. So top tip, add it in now. Okay, so we're going to glue this in. I'm just going to put some glue around the edge, like so. There we go. Yeah, Diane, don't worry about how many we've got. It's all about being together and having fun. So that's the key. That's the key thing when crafting, isn't it? I mean, crafting is about having fun. There we go. Okay, so let me just bring that around a bit. See, I'm twisting it, and I'm talking, so I'm not thinking. There we go. Now, what I thought might be nice is if you put picture in here. I don't know if you've got grandchildren or children and they went to see Father Christmas last year. That'd be a nice picture, or a family picture, or a picture of a family member or yourselves. That'd be super cool. So you could do that, different alternative. Okay, so let's glue that one down. So this is coming together, yeah? We like easy, quick, and wow projects, yeah? Okay, Katie, you're saying this ornament's all adorable. I'm glad you're loving it. Next, what we're gonna do. Okay, so I am going to stamp again in my Stays On ink from the Deck the Halls stamp and die set, the holly. I mean, this is just gorgeous. These are just beautiful images, as are all the Santa images. We can make Christmas cards, we can do our art journals, really gorgeous images. So I stamped that and I cut it out with my coordinating die. So let's give it a colour. Now I am going to use some Tombow pens. Now they are clear, and I'm going to use my inks because I like things to coordinate. I don't know, just the way I am, I guess. So I've used the same colours on my flowers and my images and things, which I can't always do if I have pens. So I am just going to come in, and I'm just going to go lightly over my holly. Okay. I know it's lovely here, and I know you're set. There was a picture of you set in the snow in Canada, and I'm like, wow, I'm really hoping it's going to snow when I get to Canada. I know, I love the snow, not everybody does. So I was wondering, has anyone got snow yet? Has anyone got snow yet? I know it's quite early, but I do know that there are a lot of you that often tell me that snow's still around a lot later than here that we have. So I'm intrigued. Has anyone got snow? I know your set was walking up the mountains, so there was snow up there. It was gorgeous. Okay, I don't know about you. Colouring is so therapeutic. Really, really mindful. So I've just gone light, and I've then come in the centres just to create some darker shades. So it's just quick, easy colouring like that. That holly stamp's going to be worn out by Christmas, Katie. Yes, yes. Diane, a blue contour on the beard with part of the hat, and it brings the white much brighter. Nice tip there. Els, you're saying it's snowing here in the mountains already. Wow. Diane, you've got no snow yet, but it's -5. Whoa. Okay. I do like it when it gets cold, because then you can put your cozy clothes on and snuggle up and craft. I'd like to craft and colour on my knee. So I'm using, I've got to remember what I'm using. I'm using the Ladybug, yeah? And I am going to come in light like this. So these are just blender pens, and you can have one for each colour, or you can wash the colour, not wash it, but you can scribble the colour out. Just keep going till it clears. Obviously this has been well used. I'd personally like to have one for each colour. So I'm just going to come in and add some shading into my little berries. Sometimes you can look at an image and go, where do I start? Now, my tip would be start with what you know. I mean, obviously we're colouring holly and berries, so berries are red, the holly leaves are green. But if you're colouring a big image and you don't know quite where to start with what you know. Grass is green, kind of thing, and just go and keep going. And once you started, it all flows. Okay, so what you're going to do is you need 2 of these. Okay, I've got one here, and then the other one, what you're going to do, oh, that's a good question, Valerie, hang on. What you're going to do is you're just going to cut 2 pieces off the other one. So I cut this piece and this piece. Yeah, Valerie, I use 1 per colour, not colour group, but you could do that. So because I've had these ages and ages, so it's well used and it's absorbed the ink a lot. But if it was new, you can just literally scribble the colour out and then use another colour. And I have used other colour groups. So because you're bringing the colour out of the pen. Right, so we have our holly. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is you're going to want to cut this piece, and we're going to cut this a lot. So this is from the Book of Christmas Square dies, okay, as is this die. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you how many of these that we want, and then we will make our poinsettia. Shall we do that one? And then we can put it all together. Okay, so David has these gorgeous poinsettias, and there's a centerpiece. So what I'm going to do is my centerpiece, I am just going to take my yellow and I'm going to dab it on. Okay, so I've got my yellow center, and then so that was buttercup yellow. Yeah, that was buttercup. Yeah, Els is going to be live tomorrow, and you know she's going to bring all the fun. So that will be a normal live because it's Friday tomorrow, and that will be at 12 o'clock Mountain Time. Diane, you're saying that this release is so good for card making. It really is. It really is. So I am just putting some light colour on there. And then I'm going to come back in. So we want 3 of these in total. Yeah, you want 3 poinsettias. So I'm just going to come back in and I am just going to add some ink onto the edges. Like so. Yeah. So I wonder, has anyone started their Christmas crafting? I've got 1 or 2 things made. I know Els has got quite a few things made now. Yeah. But I've got 1 or 2 things made. Or are you a crafter that waits just a little bit longer? I don't know. In my feed, in my Facebook feed the other day, they said something like there's only 12 weekends to Christmas. I don't know if that's right or not, but I'm like thinking, where are we? November, December, that's 8. It could well be. So, not only do I have a Christmas, I've got a birthday Christmas Eve. Not mine, my daughter's. So, it's always busy. Christmas is busy for us all. And Christmas birthdays are amazing. Okay, so I am just going to shape my flower. Just going to do a line coming down. I'm going to turn it over and tickle its tummy. I always call it tickling its tummy. There we go. And I'm using a fairly large stylus for this one. There we go. And then we are going to just glue these together. Sylvia, you've got some Christmas cards done. Yay. Oh my goodness, Els, yes. Els says she's going to make some ornaments again this year. I don't know if you saw last year her Christmas tree. She has a Christmas tree which is just handmade ornaments and it looks so beautiful. So I'm super excited to see what you make, Els, and to see your new additions onto the tree. It's quite inspiring, that. I wonder, kind of want to do that too. There we go. So that's our poinsettia. So we've got 3 of those. I'm going to move my piece of paper because all that ink is distracting. There we go. So what we're going to do, we are going to add this one onto here. And I'm just going to place it. Can't remember which way I put that other one. There we go. We'll do it this way. I'm going to place that because I haven't coloured his hands or anything, so I'm going to be strategic where I am putting my holly. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a shape in my fingers. Yeah. So I am just literally pinching around my finger like so. Vintage Santa, yes. David has got some gorgeous vintage Santa images. They are absolutely gorgeous. Right, so that's the top. And I'm going to pop this like so. There we go. Yep, that will hang okay. So you see why I had to take everything off last night. I'd got all of this on and then I put my image in. I was like, yeah, Liz, it doesn't work, does it? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I have, let's see how many I'm going to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. Now, these are terrible, so I am just going to tear them off and I am going to just place these So I've got 3 at one end, 3 at another, and 1 in the middle for each side, kind of thing. Okay, Diane, you've still got all your cards from last year. Oh my gosh, yes, you had a postal strike, so you didn't send any. Oh, friend, yes, you've got another one this year. I really hope that you get to send those cards. Gosh. Let's hope that postal strike's over and done with, so that you can get them in the post to all those people that are probably missing not having had a card from you. Okay, so we're just going to glue these on. Now, I know it's hiding all my berries, but I still like to colour them. There we go. Some of them are poking through. And all I did for colouring these was I used the same leaf green. But I was quite light with it. Katie, you're still saying you've got to finish your December journal. Oh my goodness. I so love seeing the December journals, and we have some fun coming up in December. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We have got fun again for December. It's going to be so good. There's going to be more information on that as we go through the month. And just glue on 2 of these poinsettias onto here. Just make sure that they look right. There we go. So you can see this is really coming together. And it looked lovely with the picture, like I said. Right, now the next piece. I've taken my 2 torn pieces. Now I'm just going to put these over on the side, like so. There we go. Valerie, you've got a calendar you're making. Wow. Diane. Right. So I want some more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 I'm going to use this time. So let's glue those on. It's up to you how many you pop in. You could put some more in. It's just what I decided on. That was all really. What I want, what I liked. This is your ornament. You do it. You do you, as David says. There we go. I know I just love to make the most of my dies and my stamps, and this really, really is a perfect set for creating so much, not just your art journals, but cards and ornaments. Hey, ornaments. So look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Now to finish it off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another circle die cut, and I'm just going to glue that on the back, because I just want to be able to write something on it. I could write the year. I could write a message to somebody if I was giving this a gift. So that just finishes it off all nice and tidy. There we go. So throw me, oh, hang on, no, I've forgotten the sentiment. There we go. So I've used Santa is Coming, and it's from Journal Phrases 6, and I am just going to pop some pop dots on the back. Let me think where it's going to go. Got to make sure it's straight. So pop one there. There we go. So I'm going to pop a pop dot on the back, a 3D foam thing, and a little bit of glue there. And I'm going to make sure this is straight. like so. There we go. Santa's coming, yay. Okay, well friend, it's been fantastic. I really hope that you loved that ornament and you've been inspired to go and create something. Go and get your stamps, your dies out and just have fun. And if you don't have this already, then make sure you head to the website if it's something that you love, and add the things to your cart, and our amazing shipping team will get those sent out to you. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, happy crafting. Bye.